All right, wrestling fans, get ready for tonight's deep dive. We're going headfirst into Friday Night SmackDown. Got my notes, articles, everything we need to unpack the action and drama. We got family showdowns brewing, Owens going on a rampage. Yeah, we got a lot to cover.
So many storylines weaving together, alliances, betrayals, power struggles. It's exciting. Like a pressure cooker, and this episode turned up the heat.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Speaking of heat, let's jump right into the Bloodline. Things are getting interesting. The episode kicks off with Solo Sikoa taking Roman Reigns' challenge, Tribal Combat, at the Raw Netflix premiere. And he doesn't just accept, he promises to become the new tribal chief.
That's huge. That title isn't just symbolic,
Right.
It's the foundation of their legacy in the WWE. For Sikoa to challenge Reigns like that, almost unthinkable.
I was glued to my screen when Drew McIntyre showed up. The history there, especially after Clash at the Castle, adds another layer to all of this.
Yeah, McIntyre's motives are interesting. Looks like he wants to exploit this rift in the bloodline. Maybe even help Sikoa take down Reigns. But don't forget, McIntyre has his own goals. He's wanted that WWE Championship for a long time.
So maybe he's playing the long game, weaken both Reigns and Sikoa, then strike when they're vulnerable.
Exactly. McIntyre's a smart guy. He's a strategist. He knows he can't take on the bloodline at full strength. But if they're divided well, that changes everything.
This all leads to a brawl. And how do you settle a brawl in WWE? Six-man tag team match, of course.
Perfect example of the power struggle happening. The bloodline, Solo Sikoa, Jimmy Uso, and another member against LA Knight, Andrade, and Apollo Crews.
Then out of nowhere, Shinsuke Nakamura takes down LA Knight with a Kinshasa. What a moment.
Definitely changes things.
Yes.
Is this a new rivalry, Nakamura and LA Knight? Or is he aligning himself with a specific faction? Too early to tell, but it throws a wrench in the works.
It does. Let's talk rivalries, though. Alex Shelley and Johnny Gargano, their feud has been simmering, and tonight it boiled over.
What makes it so compelling goes beyond championships. It's personal, they have a history, fuels the animosity.
Shelley called Gargano out directly, said he couldn't even stand to look at him. And the match back and forth, skill aggression, both men pushing each other. Gargano got the win, though. Clever roll-up maneuver.
Classic Gargano. People underestimate him because of his physique. But he's incredibly intelligent, exploits his opponent's weaknesses.
Yeah, he's always a step ahead. Anticipates moves, turns the tables. This win fuels the rivalry even more. I wonder what Shelley does next. He doesn't seem like he takes losing well.
Agree, this isn't over. Too much pride involved, neither will back down.
Okay, now for the part of the night that gave me chills. Kevin Owens attacking Cody Rhodes.
This wasn't random. That was calculated brutal. Owens has been on edge lately, feeling overlooked and disrespected.
He's been saying he's been screwed over. And all that frustration boiled over.
And him stealing that winged eagle belt, that adds to it. That belt, it represents legacy champions. By taking it, Owens is making a statement, claiming his spot, even if it takes violence.
And that warning, things can always get worse. That sent shivers down my spine. Feels like something dark and dangerous is starting.
Absolutely. Kevin Owens unleashed. I don't think anyone's safe. This sets up a rivalry with Cody Rhodes. Could be one of the most intense feuds we've seen.
Yeah, I'm already nervous about it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's switch gears to something lighter. Braun Strowman on the Grayson Waller effect. Who knew he had such a playful side?
It was a fun surprise. Some much-needed levity after the bloodline stuff. Even the most intimidating figures can have a softer side.
I loved when he rejected Waller's partnership idea. A town down under would have been entertaining, but Strowman saw through it all.
Waller always has an angle. He wants to manipulate things to his advantage. Strowman might be big, but he's not a fool. He knew Waller's proposal wasn't genuine.
And then Carmelo Hayes challenges Strowman, a rematch after their last encounter.
Hayes knows how to seize an opportunity to prove himself against a top guy like Strowman.
And Hayes won. Speed and agility outmaneuvering Strowman. Got him counted out. David versus Goliath, brains over brawn.
It was brilliant. Strategy ring awareness, couldn't overpower Strowman, used his strength against him, led him on a chase, and capitalized on a distraction.
This win is huge for Hayes. He can beat the best. He's a force to be reckoned with. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes for a title soon.
Agreed. His stock is definitely rising. He's one to watch.
Can't forget the main event, the Women's Tag Team Championship.
Bianca Belair and Naomi defending their titles. Against Nia Jax and Candice LeRae, clash of style, speed, and athleticism versus power and aggression.
Non-stop action, near-falls aerial displays intensity. Tiffany Stratton even got involved.
Yeah, what was that about? Is she aligning with Jax and LeRae? Or just trying to cause chaos?
Her motives are a mystery, but one thing's for sure. She's a force to be reckoned with. Naomi got the win for her team in the end, though. Split-leg and moonsault to retain the championship.
An impressive win for them. They faced a tough challenge, but their teamwork and resilience won out. And we can't forget about Nia Jax's injury.
It was a scary moment. She got busted open, added to the drama, but hopefully it's not too serious.
Yeah, injuries are always a concern. We wish her a speedy recovery. Welcome back to our deep dive into Friday Night SmackDown. We just started to uncover all the drama and intrigue. I'm excited to dig deeper into what all this means.
I'm right there with you. So many questions, especially about the bloodline. It's like a Shakespearean tragedy. Power struggles, betrayal, maybe even a little madness.
A perfect comparison. Sikoa challenging Reigns changes everything. Reigns is ruled for years, Undisputed leader, the tribal chief, everyone follows him. And now Sikoa is saying, I'm not just your muscle anymore. I want the top spot. Classic power struggle, but with family legacy on top of it.
It's like when the younger sibling finally stands up to the older one, but it's bigger than that. It's a battle for the soul of the bloodline, and we can't forget about Jey Uso. His loyalty has always been shaky.
Yeah, Jey's loyalty. Torn between Reigns and Sikoa. Imagine that pressure. Between your brother and your cousin, both wanting the top spot. One wrong move could destroy the whole bloodline.
It's a lot. And then there's Drew McIntyre. He could be a real threat to them, take advantage of the conflict and go for the championship.
He absolutely could. McIntyre's strong and skilled, and he wants that title.
But what if he's playing a different game? What if he doesn't just want to beat them, but become the tribal chief himself?
Oh, that's interesting. A bold move for sure, especially since he's not family. But maybe that's what they need, an outsider to unite them under a new leader.
It's a long shot, but you never know in WWE. Speaking of long shots, let's talk about Kevin Owens. That attack on Cody Rhodes was brutal. Shocking, it sent a message. Kevin Owens is back and he means business.
That wasn't just physical, that was mental too. Owens is going after Rhodes' vulnerabilities. Physical because he's still recovering from injury. And emotional because Rhodes wants to honor his family's legacy. Owens wants to destroy that legacy.
And he stole that Winged Eagle belt. That's not just a random thing.
No, it's symbolic. That belt represents champion's history greatness. Owens is saying he deserves that legacy even if he has to take it. He's challenging what it means to be a champion in WWE.
Owens is full of resentment and frustration. He feels like he's been ignored, passed over, and he's not going to take it anymore.
He's a man possessed that makes him dangerous.
This rivalry is going to get ugly and personal. Neither man is backing down, and the stakes are high. Okay, let's switch gears again. Something a bit lighter. Braun Strowman on the Grayson Waller effect.
A fun moment. Needed that after the Bloodline and Owens stuff. Even the big guys can be playful.
I loved Strowman as Santa Claus, handing out presents to the crowd.
It was unexpected. Showed a different side to him.
But then Waller tries to make it about himself, pitching a partnership.
Yeah, Waller's always looking out for himself. Trying to use Strowman to get ahead.
Strowman's not stupid, though. He saw right through Waller's act.
Exactly. Strowman might be big, but he's not easily fooled.
And then we get Carmelo-Hayes, challenging Strowman to a rematch.
Bold move considering he lost their last match.
He's ambitious and he takes risks.
He saw a chance to prove himself against Strowman.
And he won. Count out using his speed and smarts. Led Strowman on a chase around the ring, distracted him, and got the win.
Smart strategy. He knew he couldn't overpower Strowman, so he used Strowman's strength against him.
This win is huge for Hayes. Shows he can beat the top guys.
He's definitely one to watch.
Yeah.
Might even go for a title soon.
I wouldn't be surprised. And of course, the main event. The Women's Tag Team Championship.
Belair and Naomi defending their titles. Against Jax and LeRae.
Speed and athleticism against power.
Well, a match. Back and forth action.
Near falls, high-flying moves, teamwork.
And then Tiffany Stratton gets involved.
Out of nowhere.
What was she doing?
No idea, but it changed everything. Is she with Jax and LeRae? Or just causing chaos?
Who knows?
One thing's for sure, though. She's a problem for the whole division now.
Definitely a wild card.
Belair and Naomi won in the end, though. Tough match, but they kept their titles.
Shows how strong they are, both as individuals and as a team.
The women's division is on fire right now. I can't wait to see what happens next.
Wow, we've covered so much in this SmackDown deep dive. Still buzzing from all the action and drama. It feels like a turning point, like everything's about to change.
I know what you mean. Definitely a sense of anticipation, like we're on the edge of something huge. Established order, challenged new alliances, old rivalries coming back.
And the Bloodline, everyone's talking about them. Solo Sikoa challenging Roman Reigns. It's like their whole empire is cracking. Will it crumble or will Reigns hold on?
More than just wrestling. you know? It's about family legacy power. We see those themes everywhere in life. That's why it's so captivating.
And poor Jey Uso, stuck in the middle, loyalty to Reigns or loyalty to family, so much pressure.
He's the emotional core of this whole thing. It's not just about winning. It's about those bonds, betrayal, the consequences.
And then you have Drew McIntyre, just waiting in the wings. Is he going to make his move now?
He could. McIntyre's a threat, and he wants that championship. But he's also patient.
Yeah.
Maybe he's waiting for the perfect moment. Or maybe he's thinking even bigger. You're still in that tribal chief idea, huh?
I can't let it go. It'd be such a twist.
Okay, let's talk about Kevin Owens now. That attack on Cody Rhodes, I'm still thinking about it. It was brutal, like he crossed a line.
He's full of rage. Owens feels wronged, ignored. He's taking it out on everyone, especially those who represent the system he hates. And Rhodes, with his family legacy, his history, he's everything Owens is fighting against.
And when he took that winged eagle belt, it was scary. Like, it was more than just a belt.
It was a symbol. Everything Owens wants, what he feels he deserves. This rivalry is going to be explosive.
I can already tell. Okay, let's lighten the mood for a second. Remember Braun Strowman as Santa Claus?
Oh yeah, that was great. We needed that after all the intensity. A reminder that wrestling can be fun too.
He was so good as Santa, giving out presents to the crowd.
He was genuine. Showed a different side to him.
But then Grayson Waller tried to steal the spotlight, always looking for an angle.
He's a classic opportunist. Wants to use everyone to get ahead.
But Strowman wasn't having it.
Nope. He saw right through Waller.
And that's when Carmelo Hayes stepped up. Challenged Strowman to a rematch.
I was surprised he lost their last match.
But he's ambitious and not afraid to take risks.
He saw a chance to prove himself.
And he did it. Beat Strowman by countout.
He used his head. Couldn't beat Strowman with strength, so he outmaneuvered him.
That's a big win for Hayes. He's on his way to the top.
I think so too. Could be a champion soon.
We also had the Women's Tag Team Championship match.
Belair and Naomi defending against Jackson LeRae.
Speed versus power. Back and forth action.
Some great moments in that match.
And then Tiffany Stratton got involved.
Where did she come from?
Who knows? But she changed everything.
She's a wild card. Could shake up the whole division.
Belair and Naomi won in the end.
They earned that win. Showed how tough they are.
That whole division is exciting right now.
So much talent and potential.
So there you have it. Our SmackDown deep dive. We talked about everything. The Bloodline Owens and Rhodes, Strowman and Hayes. The women's division.
There's so much happened.
It feels like a new era is beginning.
Definitely a lot of change in the air. Who knows what's next?
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. We'll be back soon with more wrestling analysis.
Until then, keep watching and enjoy the ride.
Remember, anything can happen in WWE.